Hey guys, it's Martin here from Schink Art and welcome to another video all about creating and illustrating. So in the last video we talked about why you should draw fan art, and in this video we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't draw fan art. So for this video I'm going to be drawing an artwork of Arnold Schwarzenegger from his bodybuilding days in a chibi style. So why don't we head on over to the artboard and let's talk about why you shouldn't draw fan art. Okay guys, so let's get into this, and as you can see I'm starting here to draw some already a very strong profile pose here of Arnold, as I mentioned, and yeah, let's let the sketch run and let's talk a bit about why you shouldn't draw fan art while I'm actually drawing fan art. Quite hypocritical, but anyways. Okay, so if you've seen my first video on why you should draw fan art, is I'm not saying at the 1 week yes you should do something and the next week you shouldn't. I'm just saying these conditions that I'm going to be talking about is not reasons to do fan art, and it can actually be destructive to your art as a whole. And so that's why I chose to draw Arnold. So it's a bit playing off what I'm saying, but yeah, let's get talking and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so as I mentioned in my fan art video, why you should draw it is fan art is something that can get you noticed. It's great to learn from fan art. It's great to establish your style as an artist, and it's at the end of it all, it's a great way to show anyone watching your art what you are made of. And if you want more detail on that video, just check it out on my YouTube channel. But fan art can also ruin your art and ruin the perception or the way you are perceived on social media, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Okay, so please note, I'm not saying that you shouldn't draw fan art. I'm just saying there are certain ways that you can practice this that can be destructive. First of all, okay, drawing a specific fandom. For example, at the beginning of my Instagram journey, I started drawing wrestlers from WWE because I am a big fan of WWE, or at least a certain style of it. I'm not invested into the whole world, but it's something that I enjoy watching. I love the way they tell stories, and as an artist it's a very attractive thing to get going and get those characters drawn into my style. But then I started drawing. I tried to do a wrestling chibi artwork every week, and I did quite well. I enjoyed it. I didn't get time to do any other art though, that I'm actually passionate about, and it started placing lots of stress on me. People started following me and started reacting to my work, and later on they weren't pleased with which wrestler I did that week, or why aren't I drawing their favorite wrestler. And I got, yeah, it really demotivated me. It got into my head, which the internet shouldn't do at any time, and they didn't accept anything else but wrestling in my case. So if you're drawing a specific fandom, then it's kind of logical to think that people are going to come to your page, to your channel, to your outlet, wherever you put your art, just for that one thing that you're going to be drawing. And I've experienced this firsthand. It's sad because in my case, wrestling is something that I really enjoyed, and it became something that I'm now trying to avoid, even though I still enjoy watching wrestling and seeing the good storylines unfold. But I can't express my art with that because people try to they try to get more wrestling out of you, and later on you're going to be known as the wrestling guy, the guy that draws wrestling art. And please understand, if this is what you're chasing down, if this is something that you're passionate about, being known as someone who draws just that specific fandom, maybe it's just your hobby, please don't feel offended and draw away. If you want to be the wrestling drawing guy or the Star Wars drawing guy or girl for that matter, or you draw only art from the Marvel universe or whatever the case, don't be offended, and please enjoy yourself. Just know that you're going to be attracting people specifically invested in that specific fandom, and if you want to vary from that, they're not going to react, they're not going to be they're going to lose interest because they came there for whatever specific fandom you're drawing. Okay, so that's my main reason why I think you shouldn't draw fan art specifically from one fandom. As I mentioned, I did a video about why you should draw fan art, and you can check that out on my YouTube channel. But here's my suggestion on what to do if you really want to do fan art and you want to still develop your career as an artist that works in the industry. This is something that I'm currently doing, and that's why I'm drawing Mr. Arnold here from his bodybuilding days. Try drawing a variation of fandoms and try drawing stuff that relates to your industry. So, for example, in my case, as I mentioned, I am very passionate about telling stories and storytelling in your art and doing that with characters, and that's why I love drawing wrestling. But I realized that for me, that I want to get work in children's books, and I want to get work in developing characters for video games and for animation, and that's stuff that I do well. And the fan art that I was drawing, I was more just attracting fans of wrestling and not maybe particularly people that would be interested in my skill as an artist. So if you draw fan art, try to do some fan art. I'm currently drawing a series about action movie stars, and you can check it out on Instagram, and that relates a bit more to movies, so it fits in with a genre. But in a month I'll be drawing maybe art from anime or fan art from children's books or whatever the case. So just keep that wheel turning of what you're putting out, and while you're doing fan art, remember to put out some original art as well. If you want to want people to start following you for what you do, don't just put out art from other fandoms, create your own stuff. In my case, I like storytelling, so it's easy for me. But the goal of fan art is to get your art noticed. And when people see that, let's just play off, let's say if you drew someone like Superman, and Superman fans are going to come to your page, and maybe some of them are going to like what you did, and they like the rest of your art, and maybe they will follow you or subscribe or whatever platform they're on. But then you have achieved your goal with fan art. But just drawing fan art in a specific fandom, there's a purpose to drawing it, so don't get lost in it. That's what I'm trying to do with this video. And then also, when you're drawing this fan art, rather focus on doing it as a tool to develop your strength as an artist. And if that means drawing fan art from time to time, then that's fine. So, for example, say I'm drawing a very muscular character here. So if let's say I wanted to develop my skills in drawing muscled chibi characters, and I decided I wanted to do 5 different muscled characters, and Arnold is a great example of muscle and all the awards he's won, so I want to learn from that. Then I will draw fan art of Arnold Schwarzenegger with his muscles so I can develop my skills as an artist. But I didn't draw that fan art just to draw fan art. I did it as a means to develop my strengths and to learn something from drawing a specific example. But in that same vein, if I just drew a random bodybuilder that I found on the internet or something, just someone that's not famous, and I did the same thing, I didn't even have to draw fan art. So just what I'm trying to do with this video is just to get you guys to focus on where you are heading as an artist. And if you don't want to be that person that draws a specific fan art, don't get lost in the world of fan art, of a specific fan art, and just remember where you are heading as an artist. That's all I wanted to say. So without further ado, let's finish up this artwork, and I'll see you at the end of the video. And yeah, let's see how it turns out. Cheers. Did you like that muscles? Yeah, Arnold's got some strength going there. So yeah, I hope you consider what I've said about drawing fan art, and that you can use it as something to elevate your art rather than something that can be a distraction to where you are going on your artistic journey. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and also follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, ArtStation, and if you want to support me even further, check out my Patreon, all of them listed as Schink Art. So keep up, happy creating and illustrating, and see you in the next video. Cheers!